Here's something from the Snow Peak Airgun factory, which I think is incredible. It's this, and it's called the Artemis Model M30. Now wait for it, you're gonna say, look at that big barrel. You are, and you're right. But that big barrel is also the air cylinder. You heard me right. This is the air cylinder, and the barrel is inside it. Isn't that awesome? The figures I have today are mainly for high power. However, they do tell me that it is coming to the UK market. In high power format, 2.2 will give you around 30 shots, and in 177 around 40 shots. In 16 joules though, that's going to be a little bit more obviously, but I don't have the numbers today. That's not the only surprise with this rifle. Watch. You don't need to pull the bolt back to fire the rifle. All the bolt is there for is to index the magazine. The hammer action is activated by an air feed from the regulator in the Artemis M30. And yes, you heard me right, it's regulated. And let me tell you as well that when I'm pulling that trigger, it's incredibly light. It's very possible that this has been done before, but it does look good. And I do like the idea of that. I'm here on the KalibrGun stand, and I've got something brand new. It's the Capybara. This isn't a regular round gun. The block and moderator are square. And on the left-hand side, you've got a short stroke cocking system. And I have to say, that may be something that could be turned into a semi-auto. The magazines, and there's 3 of them here, are 18 shots. And it's going to come out initially in 2.2 caliber. And the shoulder pad is gel inserts as opposed to rubber. The length of the Capybara is around 750mm and it weighs around 3.3 kilos. That's including the stock. And the air cylinder is filled to around 300 bar. On the top you've got a Picatinny rail to put all your toys on, and you've got a resettable safety on the right hand side. And the patterning on the stock is something that can be changed on purchase. There's going to be like a little swab book, and you're going to be able to choose what pattern you want. KalibrGun are hoping to release this later on in the year. They won't tell me the exact shot count, but they will tell me that initially it's just going to be available in 2.2. And if you want one, I suggest you keep looking at the KalibrGun website or ask your dealer.
Hello, I'm here with the Daystate Pulsar. This is a special one because this is the high power version. We launched the Pulsar 2 years ago in 177, 22 caliber, and eventually we launched a 6.35, 25 caliber version as well last year in the States. Well, here we have now the high power version, which will go in 2.2, 2.5 and 30 caliber. The 30 caliber does a cool 70 foot-pounds of energy. There's 70 foot-pounds of energy in an electronic Daystate. It's side cocking as before, effortless cocking. It has the same electronic trigger system. In fact, the whole gun is electronic. Choice of stocks are laminate, in green or grey, and of course you can also have the soft touch black stock on it as well. Slightly longer barrel to help us get that power up there, but yet a 70 foot-pound 3.0 caliber Daystate Pulsar high power. Ideal for plinking in your back garden or even some pest control.
The Gammo and BSA stand is big. It's not just the stand that's big. This is a brand new airgun from FX Airguns of Sweden, and it's called the Crown. And I think they're trying to steal the Queen Jewels with this one. And it's a gun packed with loads of features. Many of those are adjustable. On the left-hand side, you've got a hammer spring adjuster. Just in front of that, you've got a transfer port adjuster for your power adjustment. On the underside, you've got a regulator adjuster just next to your fill port. At the front, you've got a gauge for your air cylinder, and the back, you've got your regulator level. And it all fits in to a lovely wooden stocked package. On the front end of that package is a carbon fibre bottle. Slap bang in the middle of that gorgeous stock is the trigger. And you can have a standard trigger or a match grade trigger. It's a thumb hole stock, and at the end you've got a 3D adjustable shoulder pad. And you might say, we've seen all that before. I haven't finished though. I've left the best till last, and it's this bit here.
On the crown, you can change in caliber instantly. You can put 177, 22, 25, 30 caliber. But not only that, you can actually, on the crown, changing what we call the liner. The liner is actually the barrel, but the barrel is inside the housing. So you just take it out, like that. And it's ripened all the way from the beginning to the end. And this particular barrel have a twist rate of 1 to 20. But let's say, for example, you're going to America and you're going to shoot the extreme, and you find something like heavier pellets, a little bit longer pellets. And then you can replace this liner with something which have a little bit higher twist rate, 1 in 16, 1 in 14. And so we're actually going to do that. We're going to have a lot of different liners with different kind of twist and choking and anything people may want to have. So we can actually recommend a liner for specific pellets. It's just a fantastic system to have. So with the crown, you can change in caliber, but not only that, you can change in the twist rate.
So I'm here on the Daystate stand with somebody you don't normally get to see on camera, and that is Andrew Huggett. Andrew Huggett, Huggett Precision Products. And this is the gentleman who makes the silencers and shroud assemblies for Daystate, for Airguns of Arizona, and many other companies around the world. Very modest chap, so he's hating this. Aren't you hating this?
Absolutely.
There we are. So we've got him here, we've got him on
hell.
camera. But what we've got here is the Daystate Saxon, the limited edition we launched a couple of months ago. Sold incredibly well, sold out as far as Daystate's concerned. But the shroud's something special in the gun. It actually made the rifle work. So I'd like Andrew to tell us, what was your thinking behind this design?
Well, we didn't know much about the rifle.
Yes?
We knew the name,
Right?
and you may have briefly mentioned the colours in the stock.
Right, okay. So an extensive briefing then?
Extensive
Yes.
briefing.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, it was hard.
Right.
It was hard. So anyway, we just had a think, and if you're going to do anything Saxon, we thought the easiest pattern to do would be the cutouts in the silencer, and then try to figure a way to get more of a sword in the middle. So as you can see, it tapers slightly.
Right.
Yeah, and that was it really. And then something new for the rear of the vent, the rear vent on the shroud, and that's just what we came up with.
Well, I think you did a fantastic job on it. It set the gun on fire, hasn't it? It's really made it look the part.
Thank you.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.
And let's get on with the next one.
Yes, absolutely.
Here on the Weihrauch stand, they've got a small table, and a small table is ideal for launching a small gun. And I have to say, I've spent just a few minutes with it, and I am already madly in love with it, and I haven't even shot it. And it's this. It's the HW44 pistol. As you can see, the action on the HW44 is pretty much identical to the Weihrauch 110. Same ballistic polymer chassis, basically same everything. But what they've done is shorten the barrel, shorten the cylinder, and turned it into a pistol format. And that pistol format works incredibly well. Aesthetically, in the hand, it is extremely comfortable to hold. And where you might think, oh, that's going to be really front end heavy, it's not. For launch, the HW44 is going to be available initially in FAC versions and a version of 7.5 joules for Europe. The version I have here is the left-handed loader. You can have right-handed loading as well. That's a special order. Same 10-shot magazine as the HW110, and you've got your safety here with your magazine release. And on the top, you've got a Picatinny rail for your toys. And if you don't want to put a scope on the top, there's open sights on board. On the front, there's the usual Weihrauch fill gauge, and the end of the barrel is finished really nicely. And the 44 feels incredibly pointable. The gun is regulated as well. The HW44 is going to be available in 177 or 22. I'm told that you can fit a moderator on the end, but that's going to be an extra charge. And while this is on a small table in the corner of the Weihrauch stand, I think this is actually a big talking point.
What we have right here is updated new P1000. We call it Evolution 2, so Evo 2. And let's have a closer look to this. We have a new stock design. So this is kind of the NTEC style that we are already using in our break barrel rifles. We have an improved cocking lever. So right now it's open really close, small way to cock the rifle. And yeah, very easy now to shoot with it. We have a new cylinder, so we are now using aluminum, and it's now 200 bar, and that makes the rifle much more easier, so we don't have a heavy weight here. So all the P1000 Evo 2 will have a quick fill right now. This is new, and you also can use this quick fill later on for previous P1000. We have here 14 shots magazine, always 14 shots, even doesn't matter in 4.5 or 5.5. Both calibers are available, and we're also thinking about maybe producing one in 25 later on, but right now 2 calibers are available for this model. With this cylinder, with this tank, we get approximately 30 shots in full power, so this is 40 joules, 40 joule we have. That's why it's important for us, because of the less pressure and the less size of the cylinder, we are using quick fill, so easy to fill, but you really can get 30-35 shots in full power. The UK version, for example, with 12 foot-pounds, we can make 150 shots approximately. It's regulated, and we have kind of 95 bar regulated system, yes.
Before I move on from the Diana stand, just need to let you know that they do a range of CO2 pistols, in case you didn't know. And this one's new, and I like the look of it. It's a 1911 CO2 blowback pistol, 4.5mm BB. It has a weathered look, and let me tell you, this grip is real wood. So I'm walking around Iowa, and you just can't get away from the Americans. I bump into John from Airgun Depot. John, good to see
Giles,
you.
Giles, excellent to see you.
How are you finding it?
This is incredible. This is like airgun nirvana. This is the ground spot of where all airguns are made. I mean, the Europeans is where they were really the ones that developed airguns. We know it. Obviously, we're going to take over airguns eventually, but for now, we're here to glean from the best.
Yeah, we'll gleam over that point that you just made there, and we'll carry on. So you've walked around. What do you like? Have you seen what do you like?
Man, I can't stop thinking about the FX Crown. It has me so excited because of not just that it looks gorgeous, but it's got all the knobs that you can twist and change, but mainly the changing barrels that I can put in different twist rates for $99. That's incredible. Yeah. But a lot of the mid-range guns too. Like I like that some of the big manufacturers have cheaper guns. I don't know if they're being released over here. Umerx is releasing a $300 regulated air rifle called the Gauntlet. That's awesome. The crawls that we're importing now for $500 bullpup. Man, that's awesome, because now it's accessible. People who maybe can't spend $1,500 on an air gun, not a problem anymore, but yet they can have the same experience, and then go down the black hole and end up owning 10, 12 guns like everyone else.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you don't have to spend, even though you can, because you want a premium product, you don't have to spend $1,500, $2,000 to get into the sport. You can start at a lower level, you know, get into it, learn a passion for what you do, learn about pellets and
learn what you really
barrels,
love,
and then just move on and up. It just keeps going, which is really good.
It's fantastic. I love it. And IWA's fantastic. Is it IWA, Iowa? I don't know.
Germany. So John, you're obviously Airgun Depot in the States, but you've got a YouTube channel as well. How can people find all that?
Search Airgun Depot on YouTube. We have a channel called Under Pressure. We release things every Friday. A lot of it's more the entertaining standpoint, because airguns are really, really entertaining. But then you can get really curious about a gun, then find Giles' full review on it, because we don't do the big full reviews. Okay. We don't have the knowledge you have. We're quickly just going through stuff, but every Friday we release stuff.
Okay. Yeah. And how would you like to go for a cup of tea?
Oh, a cup of tea. Can we have it over here?
Would you like some cake?
I need some biscuits though.
Biscuits.
Some digestives, hobnobs.
Right. Bye. I'm on the Daystate stand. I've spotted an American that looks a bit lost, and I'm going to show you how I know he's a bit lost. Come on. Shh. When Americans travel, they take a bit of string with them everywhere they go. What they do is they tie it where they start, and then they can find their way back when they've got lost later. It's a really good thing.
So I'm here on the MTC Optics stand at the IWA show in Nuremberg, and I'm about to show you the new scopes from MTC Optics. Last year, in 2016, we launched the Viper Pro, and it's been a great success. So we have a new version of that for 2017. And this is the new MTC Optics Viper Pro fixed 10 power scope. So all the features of the Viper Pro we brought last year, the gearbox in the turret, so you rotate 3 revolutions but only one goes through the display screen, so you can actually see and not get lost. You can do your own range tapes online, and that's been a resounding success. It has the other features on the Viper Pro, the magnetic flip covers, the 2x magnifier at the back so you can see the numbers in the scope, or take it around to the side, see the parallax marking on the side wheel, and of course it's illuminated. But now we have a 10 power scope, fixed 10, the absolute maximum light transmission for people who need that, either for using optics, so night sights and other bits and pieces, or you're using a target level competition such as hunter field target where you want a fixed power scope. So that's the new 10x44 Viper Pro. I also have a tactical version of the Viper Pro, and this is coming out this year, it's not out yet, and this has a more standard tactical style turret. So beautifully designed, locking, resettable, but standard side turrets, not the large turrets as found on the standard Viper Pro. Again, flip covers and a 2x magnifier on the back. So what I have here is a development scope from MTC Optics, and this is the Mamba Pro Light. So this is the lightweight version, 1-inch tube, and it also has the same features as the other scopes in the range. That is 2x magnifier at the back, magnetic covers, side parallax, illumination, which is also not that common on a 1-inch scope with so many features, and semi-target turrets. That is concealed turrets which are under a cap, but which can be finger turned without using tools. So that's the Mamba Pro Light version, which is coming out sometime in 2017. Where am I?